So, I want to bring y'all's attention to two recent articles that I stumbled upon. Here's the first one from the Associated Press. The Temple of Satan gains ground in Chile as faith in traditional religions wanes. It's Friday night in downtown Santiago, the capital of Chile, and a group of 15 people gather around a table sharing a bottle of wine as the smell of tobacco and incense fill the air. Black candles burn on top of an altar decorated with chalices and knives. The members of the Temple of Satan are about to start a ritual. 5 years after the Satanic Temple of the United States made headlines and unleashed a wave of panic when it was designated a church, a similar organization in Chile, a conservative country where half of its population of 18 million identifies as Catholic, is asking the government to recognize them legally as a religious association. Scholars, believers, and residents consulted by the Associated Press note that Chile, where a long-lasting tradition of Catholicism has played a leading role in public discussions, is experiencing a crisis of faith following revelations of multiple sexual abuse scandals within the Catholic Church over the years. These types of organizations now feel that they have greater support to challenge what was virtually impossible before. And that's because until very recently, the Catholic Church enjoyed an unprecedented power. It had an opinion on everything: politics, economics, geopolitics, sexuality, and education. Yeah, this is valid. Um, Sexual abuse is a big problem, has been a big problem within the Catholic Church for quite a while now. But to go completely in the other direction, that's pretty drastic. Despite its name, the Temple of Satan, Satanists and Luciferians of Chile, does not embark on sacrifices nor asks its congregants to worship the devil. Every time I see that, I get angry. Why would you name yourself after Satan if you're not worshiping him? That doesn't make sense to me at all. At all. Let's turn it the other way around. There's a denomination in Christianity called Church of Jesus Christ. Are they not worshiping Jesus Christ? Did they just throw that in there just for the heck of it? It doesn't make sense. It gets worse. Among its 100 members are people who work as publicists, firefighters, police officers, lawyers, and psychologists who have found in the organization a way to defy moral norms, dogmas, and religious impositions. While they embrace the term Satanist, they don't revere or believe in Satan. Instead, they worship rationality, individualism, pleasure, and the mundane life. Rather than gods, they praise humankind. That doesn't make sense. You literally named your church after Satan, but you're claiming that you don't worship him, you don't even believe in him? That doesn't make any sense. The part about rather than gods, they praise humankind. That I have found to be true. There's a very distinct culture of self-worship within the Church of Satan, but all that crap about they don't worship Satan, that's bull. That's bull. Why would you have him in the denomination name? In the religion's name, whatever that y'all want to call it. You put a name in a notable place because at the very least you respect that person, you acknowledge that person. I'm thinking about like street names. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. That's there because we as a country revere that man. We as a country respect him. We as a country acknowledge him and thank him for what he did for this country. This doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, bro. All that aside, they're getting serious about this. In order to join Chile's Temple of Satan, applicants are requested to go through a lengthy process that includes filling out a form showing proof of not having a criminal record, being interviewed by a special commission, and finally being evaluated by a psychologist. Once they are accepted, members can choose a new name, normally that of a demon or fallen angel with which they will be identified inside the temple and among other associates. Lord have mercy. Many self-described Satanists and Luciferians are atheists. Others are witches or believe in the power of magic. Wow. It's getting very real. Satan worshippers, occultists, witchcraft practitioners, they used to be undercover, right? Doing their thing, doing their rituals in secret basements, in secret rooms. They're not hiding anymore. They're not hiding anymore. Now, this is Chile. Let's go over to America. Here's the other article. Increased Christianity in schools opens the door to satanic temple education programs. What? Now we're targeting K through 12? The Satanic Temple is increasing its work in schools across the country, trying to combat a rise in religious teachings. The group, launched in 2013 to battle the intrusion of Christian values on American politics, recently began a religious release program in an Ohio school district and plans to expand to a district in Tennessee soon. Lord have mercy. It does not seek to convert students towards Satan, but wants to be a bulwark against increased religious education. I don't buy that for 1 second. A lot of people obviously hear the word Satan and they tend to lose their minds wherever we go. There tends to be quite a community backlash. Duh! I'm actually a little surprised that things have gone viral in Ohio because we actually had 3 after-school clubs in Ohio. After-school clubs? Wow. It seems to be our most popular state, so I was thinking, okay. The temple will be offering its HAIL program to elementary school students. Oh my gosh. No one is safe. No age is safe. The scripture, train up a child in the way he should go, is a very real scripture. Satanists know the Bible backwards and forwards. They know scriptures like that. They know the value of introducing a concept as early as possible. It will stick with the child. Elementary school? Wow. I'm thinking too, and I showed an excerpt of this in a previous episode. It was a cartoon. I don't even know the name of the cartoon, but it got a lot of backlash when there was a scene between a father bison and a baby bison. The baby bison came out as non-binary. A bison. Not a kid. Not a human. A bison. In a show aimed at preschoolers. Anyways, I digress. No age is safe. That's what I'm trying to say here. And again, here they go with the hogwash. We don't believe in the biblical Satan or any sort of supernatural Satan. We do look to Satan as a symbol and nothing else. That is bull. So anyway, just these 2 articles alone show how much and how quickly, how rapidly the Church of Satan's influence is increasing. Both of these articles came out late last year. And I know they ain't finished yet. While the Satanic Temple works with other civil rights groups to block efforts for more Christianity in schools, when that doesn't work, it focuses on equal access for all religions. Wow. So yeah, Church of Satan, they're not going anywhere. And this isn't anything new. They've had their influence on society for a long time. You look at TV, the show that came out a few years ago, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. They literally had a scene in that show with a satanic statue, and they were sued by the Temple of Satan. This is the show it's on Netflix. Literally right there in your face, giving homage to Satan. And literally worshiping Satan. I just had to throw this in there. I think I've made it clear how I feel about Kanye West and his gospel albums. For something like this to come out, Church of Satan pleased that Kanye West has released Jesus is King. Satan is the best friend Kanye has ever had? Why are they saying that? Why are they saying that? For a gospel album that's supposed to be about Jesus. But the Church of Satan is all over it. Why is that? Just think about that. Why is that? Kanye's a pawn. Kanye's a pawn. Even in symbols and logos we see. The Google Play logo for those who have Android phones. Look how similar it looks to the seal of Satan. Same exact geometry. Just flipped to the side. And it's video games too. This article from a few years ago talks about the sheer craziness that is included in some of these games, man. In one game, players kill the archangels Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael before going on to destroy God. Players make an unholy pact and sell their soul to Satan in exchange for power. Having sex with a demon in exchange for a boy's soul. Church of Satan is very real. Satanists say video games help them practice their religion. Satanists seek to amass power and experience pleasure, and that's by the book life advice. To that end, over half a dozen Satanists I interviewed say that games are playgrounds for their satanic virtues to run free. For decades, games and Satanism have had some connection in the American public consciousness. During the satanic panic of the 1980s, American parents feared the supposed satanic influences of games like Dungeons and Dragons and Doom. Back then, your average group of kids rolling 20-sided die in a dark basement looked a lot like a blood-worshipping satanic cult to pearl-clutching parents. Games' rampant devil imagery didn't help. While it's true that Satanists weren't committing mass infanticide or animal sacrifices, there is a small kernel of truth to the view that games are fertile soil for satanic beliefs to take roots. According to Satanist gamers, few things are more satanic than video games. 3 tenets of Satanism that thrive in games: indulgence, meritocracy, and total environments. Literal pleasure domes and places of amusement and delight. Church of Satan has its hold on video games. Here's one example. Why is there a satanic cross in the end credits of Crash Bandicoot? On the Church of Satan's website, right there. So, that's just a few examples. I could go on and on. The Church of Satan is very real, and they are taking recruits. And whether you know it or not, probably something you've bought, something you've consumed, a brand you've supported, a person you've supported may be in line with this very group. Be vigilant. Satan's coming for souls. Be vigilant.